What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with a match reaction. Blackburn Rovers 0, Leeds United 2. We keep on trucking, we keep on getting the wins, we keep on gathering up the points, keeping up the pressure on Leicester and Ipswich. Before I get into the video, please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and of course, drop your comments below. Thank you to Parrot House for the super thanks on the last video, much appreciated. And if you want to become a member of the channel, link is in the description. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and appreciate all existing members already. And listen, shout out to everyone here. Lewis, good morning. Yep, good morning. Good win. Had to get in, get out, but you know what? That's what the championship's all about. I didn't mean to rhyme that then. I really didn't mean to rhyme that, but it is. It's what it is all about. You know, it wasn't a great game in all honesty, but we did what we had to do. And even Somerville, even at his quietest, and I think he had a pretty quiet game. Let me know if you disagree. He still comes up with moments of magic. That's what we get in this division with the players that we've got. And Jed Spence cameo, been waiting for that one. I've been waiting for it, and it was worth it. It was worthwhile. And the more Jed gets fitter, you just see the different dimension the guy gives us from that fullback position. He's just different class compared to everything else in this league. Sean here saying, great game. Usual suspect played well. James, Sammy, Rutter. Summy, sorry, I should say. David saying below par, never really got going, but take the 3 points. And that's what we're going to get in this division, Dave, and everyone else. They're not always going to be helter-skelter, tiki-taka football, wins. We are going to have to grind out results. And that's the most impressive thing. It really is when you consider all of the flair that we've got in this team. They can still grind it out when necessary. And look, we'll take it. Again, Lee's saying here below par performance, but grind out much needed 3 points, 100%. I know Lewis. Hey, listen, Lewis, when I saw him come on, I was like, okay, he's coming on at left fullback. That's not ideal. But let's see what you got. And you just saw in that glimpse, much like the Sheffield Wednesday game when he had that recovery run to stop Sheffield Wednesday nicking 3 points. You saw what he can give you today. And that's why I'm excited. Somebody said before, why are you so excited about Jed Spence when he's been injured the whole time he's been here? You're seeing it. You're absolutely seeing it. Lee as well. Sorry, Lee was saying there, take the 3 points, but we were poor. Okay. Shout out to you, Nate. Shout out to you back in here. Yeah, John, that was incredible play by Jorginho to set James up for that first goal. I thought so too, John. I completely disagreed with the commentator. And I wasn't listening to the commentary too much. I was doing something else as well. I was listening to something else. But he was talking about Jorginho. He made it, correct me if I've got any of this wrong, but he said something like he made a mess of it or something like that. No, that was good strength and poise to stay up and then let off the pass to Dan James. I don't know why he made it sound like Jorginho had spaghetti legs and didn't know what he was doing. That was brilliant strength there. But, it is what it is. Vega here saying 3 points away, clean sheet, pretty much in control. Subs got some burn, good results. Yeah. Nate saying Georgie's the strongest striker I've seen play in a long time. Well, I don't know about if he's the strongest striker. I mean, I don't know, Nate. Are you talking about for Leeds or in general? But yeah, I mean, listen, he had a couple of chances today where you wish that he would just, have the same composure he had in the previous game. But look, he's a forward for me. He's not an out-and-out striker. If he can get you some goals, if he can chip in as well, that's brilliant. But you saw today his creative spark. Even the second goal, the link-up play with Archie Gray, then Somerville finishes it. He's just a different level in this division. It's a cheat code. It really is. It really is a cheat code. Mr. Tom here saying Rutter doesn't make a mess of anything. And Jed, yeah, now the pressure is on the rest of them to win. Yeah, we've set the bar. That's another impressive thing. Something I mentioned in the preview. We're going first today. Sunderland are playing right now, but Sunderland are like 11 points back from us. But we are setting the bar today. It's on us now to get the 3 points, say to Leicester and Ipswich, what have you got? I fully expect Leicester to get the 3 points today against Plymouth at home. It would be great if Plymouth could do something. But Ipswich now, I've got to say, well, they are breathing down our necks. We have to win. So let's see what Middlesbrough can do. Yeah, Matt, come on, Borough, do the tractor, boys. Lee's talking about Thierry Henry, who is the under-21 manager for France. Can Henry please teach Rutter how to shoot and score? Imagine that. Imagine that if Henry could give him some tips on how to finish the ball. If Jorginho had more of a finishing ability to him, just think about how deadly this guy would be. He would be absolutely unplayable in either Championship or the Premier League. He'd have it all. He'd have all the tools, but finishing isn't his strong suit. But his creativity is next to none, especially in this league. Yeah, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Away win in the third kit. Clean sheet, happy days. Yeah, now people can please stop talking about this away kit curse. Oh my lord, oh my days. As sports fans in general, we are so we have so many superstitions and everything else like that. No, it's done. The fruit salad kit has seen a win. I still don't like the kit, by the way. I think it's horrendous. But yes, away win, get it. Get the 3 points in the away kit. Thank you. We can now move that one on. Cookie here saying, bring on the next game. We're looking stronger. Summerfield dangerous even when quiet. Yeah, absolutely, Cookies. Like Jorginho, he's got those touches that are just they're different class in this division. And you could see Blackburn in the first half, particular. They were doing everything they could to shut down Somerville. They were doubling up on him a lot. But the problem for them is that when you double up on him, you're leaving Jorginho free. If you move over to him, you're leaving DJ free. You're leaving Dan James free. It's honestly a no-win for anyone in this division. We are. That is why Daniel Farke. Let's go on to it. Let's go on to it. This is why Daniel Farke can just keep on rolling out the same team, absolutely the same team every game, and I'm not mad at it. You know, we had a long gap from the last game to this one. I am not mad seeing the same players on this team sheet. Obviously, I would like Jed Spence to be fit enough to start. That would be my one thing. But we can keep on rolling out this team and still make the standard subs, which is something I mentioned in the last match reaction. It's always around the 69th, 70th minute. Listen, we're doing things automatically right now. It is going to have to change, obviously, once we get into the busy Christmas period. But we are the ones that control things right now. Our team is the one where people have to come and say, what can we do against this team? How do we stop this team here? Because if we stop Somerville, that's great. But what about Jorginho? What about Perot? What about Dan James? You know, we have got so many threatening players in this team. It's a joke. It really is. Yep, Germinator. This is something I mentioned about Jorginho when he scored that goal. Who did he score against? Oh my days, it seems so long ago now. Was it Swansea? I can't even remember now. But he stayed on his feet. And Germinator here adds, nice to see how Rutter and Cree are staying up and not going down softly. Ain't getting nothing from these refs. And this is something that we said, isn't it, Germinator? Early on in the early fixtures of this league, they were going down a little bit too soft. And if you're not going to get these in the Prem, you're certainly not going to get them in the Championship. And I think they're learning that. They're being a bit wiser now when they're going down. And it's brilliant to see. Yeah, Mark, Jed to start the Ipswich game would be nice. It would be lovely, wouldn't it, to see that? He's just a different level. His talent level is ridiculous. And I say it and I will stick to it. He should be in the Premier League right now. I've just had Palace Liverpool on on another screen. And some of the players that are playing for Palace should not even be in the Prem. It's a joke. We have got some Premier League players at this level, and we have to take full advantage of it this season so we can go straight back up. Yeah. What is this one? Duck here saying it's great forward players as opposition can't double up on anyone without leaving a quality player free. It's horrendous for him. And if we talk about the first goal, I mean, it was brilliant from Jorginho. That fluid movement that he's got, the way he can control the ball, the way now he's realizing he's going to have people nipping at his heels at all times. He's just too dangerous for people to leave him alone. Stays on his feet and puts it out. Dan James as well. That finish. We talk about Dan James' final third stuff. That was such a good composed finish across the goalkeeper. Highly rating it. And listen, you know, I think everyone's come around now, haven't you? I think everyone's come around now with Dan James and saying, you know what, at this level, he's unstoppable, really. You know, he's putting up the numbers. He's putting up the numbers. Yeah, Mr. P on the second goal. Did anyone notice the Archie involvement in that second goal? He brought out from the back and the final pass for Cree. Yeah, and it was a 1-2 as well, Mr. P. Let's not forget Jorginho's little layoff for that as well. Because what Jorginho did there was bring out more defenders to him, which left Somerville free to run. It's just ridiculous that when we are at full flow, and that's why I do believe at one point, people, we are going to see this team win 5-6 at some point if Daniel Farke allows it. I know he doesn't like to embarrass the opposition, but there is going to be a game where we are going to hit someone for six, and it's going to be wonderful to see. The football is going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. It's brilliant up till now, up to certain points. But what we have to realize is that the opposition don't match Leeds United, and even Blackburn today. As much as they could have got back in it at certain points, once that second goal went in, we killed it. Um, Let's have a look. Yeah, Karen. Yeah, Dan James and Somerville on fire. Let me just get the super chats. Thank you, Tim Hurst. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Mr. P, beverage of your choice for all. We have won the we have won in the fruit salad third kit. Great to see Farke change up the subs, especially no Bamford. We're just going to get to that in a minute, Mr. P. William Morrison saying here, James just keeps getting it done. Clean sheet and 3 points now. Enjoy the weekend. 100%. I hope everyone has a great weekend. But I tell you what, if there was something that wasn't automatic, it was this one below. Now, I don't know. Maybe if you guys are watching the post match, you can tell me in the chat while we're live. But I don't know why Bamford isn't on the bench, but I'm absolutely buzzing about it. I've been asking for Mateo Joseph to get that spot. He fully deserves it. I'm only surprised that Joe Gelhart's still here, which makes me think that maybe Bamford's had a little injury or something like that, because I think it would have probably been Bamford, Joseph, and Gelhart out of the picture, maybe. I don't know. But this is what I wanted to see. Mateo Joseph, he got, only because of added time, he got like 8 minutes today. He got some charity minutes. But listen, this is what I want to see. I want to see a hungry Mateo Joseph who is desperate to get. Is that what it is? Who is desperate to get time in this team. He can score goals at this level. I do believe that. Let's see what he can do. And he got a little cameo today. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so people are saying that Bamford was ill. Talksport Radio, Mr. Tom follows up. Talksport saying that Bamford is ill. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But all it takes is a little window of opportunity for someone to kick in that window and say, this is my spot now. And maybe if Mateo Joseph gets a few more minutes here and there in the next couple of games, if Bamford is still out, he makes it hard for Patrick to come back. That's my ideal scenario anyway, because I still hold on to it, people, and we're going to speak about this more as transfer streams go on throughout the month. I need to see Leeds United and Bamford do something to move in January. I need to see that. I think it has to happen for all parties. I haven't listened to the podcast. A few of you have asked me about the podcast, people. I haven't listened to it, but I saw a quote from it. It didn't seem harmless. It seemed harmless, but he was talking about Peugeot or something. Listen, if that's what he's doing now, cool. I just think that for everyone's sake, it would be best for Bamford to move on in January. And I've always said, as long as there's certain players here, the window can never be a 10 for me. It can never be a 10. You can only go at players so much, but it's up to the club, the manager, to start moving some of these players on. And listen, he's one of them. Yeah, Mr. P saying that's all we could ask for Mateo game time. Yeah, he got a smidget, man. He got competition winning minutes today, but listen, we'll see what he does in the next game if he's on the bench then. Tim Hurst saying, and shout out to you, man. Joseph did well with the limited minutes. And Karen here, 3 points, clean sheet, march on together. Lovely. Thank you so much for the support, people. Awesome, boys. Well, let me know. Awesome. You know how early it is here. I hope you're somewhere else and not in the UK. Because it's too early for this. I wonder whether we could go in for De Gea for the rest of the season. As Meslier is our weakest link. Yeah, De Gea, man. De Gea. He's been linked with Newcastle and all this kind of stuff, but he's going to come down and play Plymouth for Leeds United. I no, Arson. It's not happening. But thank you for that. Elise's lead saying Meslier can't catch. Please tell me why he can't. I have no idea. Look, we've spoken about him already, but it's going to be more for future live streams. I've already said I think in the championship I'm more than happy with Meslier as the number one goalkeeper. I think he's passable. He's mid tier, but when you've got the outfield players that we have, it kind of can cover that up. But once we're in the Prem, I need a new number one. Lock stock has to happen. Oh, and shout out to Pascal Struijk today as well, by the way. Just want to mention, I think he was our best centre half today. Please let me know in the chat if you disagree. I thought that I thought he was covering really well. At times, Joe Roden had a couple of lapses, but Pascal Strout was there to clear it up, and I thought he did very well today. In fairness, yeah, Arson. Okay, that there we are. Arson explains it all. He's had a few Peronis. There we are. I knew it, Arson. I knew there had to be some. I knew it. um Mr. Tom here, great to see Leeds achieving comfortable looking score lines. Yes, 100%. When all I'm used to is Leeds don't play well, Leeds get smashed results. Yeah, there was always that worry, wasn't that 1-0, because the way Blackburn were playing, they weren't terrible, but they weren't great. They were playing high, which is what I know Blackburn do, but there was always that worry that we were getting chances. There was a few misses here, and we'd get suckered back. Maybe Blackburn score 1-1, and you never know, do you? Um, but yeah, it's nice to see, isn't it? A standard 2-0 victory, get the win, move on. It's nice to see, isn't it? Really is true. Um, really is true. Very good point. Mr. P here, agree Strout was on form today. Yeah. Yes, I'll agree with this. Subramania. I hope I've said that right. I always get that one mixed up, but I hope I got it right. Kamara had an off day, don't you think? Yeah, it wasn't his best performance today. I'm fully agree, but this is what it takes. It takes when certain players aren't playing well, and Kamara's been one of our better players throughout the last however many weeks, that we can still pull off a 2-0 win. That's what it's all about. In the past couple of years, we've had just anchors playing on this team, and yes, I said anchors. And when someone plays bad, we needed everyone to perform at 100%. Otherwise, it would go wrong. Whereas right now, like I say, Strout was covering for Roden a bit today, where Roden's been brilliant most of the season. We've got players that can cover up. And look, Gray was that one today. Gray was the one that set up the second goal. That's more where Kamara would be. But, Kamara wasn't really on it today, but Gray was. Let's have a look. Tommy G saying, after the last 2 years of trauma, I never thought we'd be winning games back to back. It's so interesting, people. It's so interesting where people have asked me about this season and the winning games, much like we've won today and much like we've won in previous weeks. And people are you enjoying the football again? And I'm enjoying it up to a certain point. It will always have a bitter taste for me that we're back in this league. I'm not going to lie to you. I still think that we did not do enough to stay in the Premier League. But this for me is a season. It's a means to an end. I'm not going to look back at any of these games in a year's time if we're promoted and say, "Oh, remember that 2-0 win at Blackburn? Oh, what a victory!" Or even the Huddersfield home win or Millwall away. I don't. These are just means to an end to get to the bigger picture, and I think that's what everyone should be looking at it like. It's nice to get some wins in a row again, but I want to see this done in the top league again. And I know that sounds elitist, but it is what it is. I expect Leeds United to be in the Prem. Now, that's not a bias here. If I supported Crawley Town, I wouldn't expect Crawley Town to be in the Prem. I would hope we could get to the Championship or something. But this club should be in the Premier League. But we're making all the right moves, all the right noise, all the right steps to get there. And we just need a solid January to consolidate it, then get one of these top 2 spots. Let's have a look. John here say Meslier made a great save in the 82nd minute, but the guy on the Carling Black label, is better. Okay, the save by Meslier in the 82nd minute, was that a great save or is it a camera save? Let me know. Hannah here saying, fingers crossed for some nice results for us this afternoon. I'm already going to have a good weekend now, but that would be the cherry on the cake stuff. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. What I would always say is, though, as long as we're doing what we're doing, eventually someone's going to slip up. Eventually somebody is going to slip up and we will take advantage. We will be there. As Pep would say, we will be there. Okay. So I would just say, as long as we keep doing what we're doing, we're in good nick. And our squad, I think we will strengthen in January. We do need some different subs in January, I would say, to flesh out this squad. But yeah, we will be there about. Yeah, okay. So Doc saying Meslier, it was a great save. Fair enough. Becchio's bulge, tremendous, and pause. Do you feel like if we were, if we were to go up this season, then we have a better platform to build off than the last time we went up? Yes, 100% Becchio. I'm just going to call you Becchio, okay? But yes, 100% I do. I feel that so strongly in regards to the 49ers. You think about how we're playing already and what they've invested. We've got a £5 million midfielder that barely plays in Gruev. They've invested because they knew the squad needed it. And I just feel like when we're in the Premier League, we will be better. And it was always the thing where people still say it's better to be in this league and win games than be in the Premier League and lose. I don't see it that way. I see it as it's better to be in the Premier League, recruit properly, and win games. I was speaking yesterday to a Leeds fan that's he used to work at the club. He's moved on now, but we was talking about Aston Villa and what they did against Man City. And just think about the times we were tussling with Aston Villa to get promoted. They get promoted, then we go after. Look at Villa now. When you put the right blocks in place, when you build properly, when you take sentiment out of the recruitment, you can go places. And Villa are doing absolutely brilliantly right now. They've got a top manager. Look at their depth in midfield. They take off, Bubakar, they take off Kamara and they can bring on Tielemans. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. They've got Emi Martinez in goal. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. It's about smart recruitment. And all these players, by the way, did not cost 40, 50 million pounds. The one player that they did hold over from their promotion year, John McGinn, he's there because he's quality. It's one of these where John McGinn was compared to, like the John Flex and on all these people, even our own Mateus Click. The difference is John McGinn is just quality, absolutely brilliant. And that's what I'm hoping for under the 49ers when we go back up 100%. Sly Ailing was also ill. I have no idea if he was ill, but he hasn't been in the last few match day squads, has he? I think actually, yeah, Farke did say something about him being ill, but he's not getting game time here anyway. And that's another one I think maybe we'll move on in January unless he's staying behind the scenes to just mentor the younger players in that fashion, because he's not getting in this team, I'm afraid. Texas Leeds here say minus a couple of players, starters we have now, I would want to be on the bench in the Prem. Yeah, and this is one thing that we will talk about as the streams go on and transfers. But you see how Somerville, Jorginho, and James are lighting up this league. In the Premier League, they would just probably be three other players. So what I'm saying there is in this division, they are head and shoulders above the rest. In the Premier League, there would be people that would lock them up and have no problem doing that. So you'd still have to recruit and make sure that we vary up the front three, front four. Dan James got a big question mark about him in terms of Premier League football. That's what I'm saying. In this division, we're looking quality, but we have to make sure that you don't get sentimental and say, okay, this player did so well in this league, let's give him a try in the Prem. That's what got us jammed up before. That's what made us only release Adam Forshaw this summer. It's a disgrace how we kept certain players at this football club and keep certain players at this football club. It's ridiculous. So hopefully under this ownership, they seem to be very analytical. They seem to be very data driven. The data will tell them everything they need to know. So there we are. Let's have a look. Tim is saying here, do you think Farke is easing the old guard out with Grace? I think he is. I think he's doing a very good job of it as well, Tim. He's doing it in a very nice, subtle way. He's always going to be asked. I mean, you heard in the press conference in the pre-match presser, he was asked about Bamford, and it's always every single week it seems to be, oh, how is Liam Cooper taking this? Oh, how is Luke Ayling taking this? How is Bamford taking this? He's having to always answer it, but I think he's handling it with such class, and he's doing it, and he's saying all the right things, but he's saying it, but he's making sure that they're not getting any game time or getting much because they're not good enough. But as somebody, he knows what this fan base is like, and there's a lot of sentimental fans. You've seen it. If you've been with me a long time, you would have seen it in the comments. There's so much sentiment. They get attached to these players. Oh, Forshaw. Oh, he's such a good player. Have a look what Forshaw's done, and have a look at the difference in and how Kamara operates as a box-to-box midfielder or a central midfielder. Even that level is a jump up. But people, just because Forshaw's been here a while, we've got to keep Forshaw. Give him another year. Give him a pay-as-you-play. For what? But that's what you're dealing with Leeds United fans. Listen, Leeds United fans are brilliant, but they can be loyal to a fault. But Daniel Farke, he's handling it brilliantly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, SS as he said to call him, but I'm gonna try, man. Subramania. I'm gonna keep on trying saying your name, man. Subramania. I'm gonna go with that. Let me give you the respect. Still think Somerville can start Premier League games. He showed quality even when we get relegated. I remember how he was the only good player against Liverpool. 100%. Somerville should have started more games last season. Listen, you cannot rewrite history for me. I'm not talking to you, Sabrina. No one can rewrite history for me. We was having players on the bench that should have been starting, but we had to keep shoehorning players in just because Jack Harrison would drop a 4 to 5 out of 10 every single week. He get the next start, no matter what. Somerville managed to get a start, have maybe a quiet game. He's on the bench the next game. Um, Nanto on fire, gets an injury under that bum. Javi Garcia can't get in the game again. And then on the final day, we've got Somerville, Jorginho, Nanto on the bench in a must-win against Spurs. Listen, we had some players in there that could have made the difference. Not saying that we would have stayed up, not saying that at all, but we would have had a better chance if they had played. But he said we went with the same old, and just messed it all up. But that's why I think the 49ers can correct this. Yeah, Mr. P. Yeah, and you know, you're getting me all misty on about the Premier League here, but yeah, Mr. P. He's saying with the right investment, we can certainly hold our own in the Prem 100%. However, let's get out this league first, and yes, let's concentrate on that. Yeah, Mingio. I hope I've said that right there. Quite right. Prem is the only place to be. It is. You know, the wins here are nice. They really are nice, but they mean more in the Premier League for me. They really do. It's just a different level. That's the top level. You know, that's what I was brought up on. Leeds United being one of the best teams in Europe, never mind in just the country. And it's just I just can't get from that when I know the potential is still there for this club to get back there 100%. Okay, yeah. So let's go to the table. It doesn't mean much now. There's going to be teams kicking off in a few minutes, but look at that now. Breathing down Ipswich's neck. Hope I'm sharing the page. Yes, I am. Breathing down Ipswich's neck. They're 4 points behind. They've got a tough game against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, do something for us, man. Help us out with this one. But look at the form here. 4 out of 5 games. 4 wins out of the last 5, I should say. Sorry, the phone just rang there. Four wins out of 5, and the form goes on more than that, but just going on the last 5, we're doing everything that we can right now. We're absolutely doing everything we can. You know, 12 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses. Come on, eh? Come on, let's do this. Shane here. What's happened to Nonto? Looks nothing like the player when he came in at first. I'm gonna save that for a different one. I'm gonna save that for a different stream, Shane, where we're possibly talking about Nonto, whether he's going in January or if he should go. I want to save that for a completely different one because there's so many layers to this Nonto thing that it deserves a stream of its own. So believe me, there's a pin in this one, Shane, and we will come back to that one. Nomar Mays Ampadu rest midweek. I don't know, man. I don't know. If he's fit to go, I would say play him. I really would at this point. You know, listen, we can't go from Gruev against Stokers being, you know, his benchmark. But yeah, if Ampadu's fit, I would keep him in there. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what team news we get. Mill and Chip, hey, we ain't gonna just how good was Spence? I talked about him at the start, Mill and Chip, but yeah, this is what we was waiting for, people. This is what we was waiting for. And yeah, listen, just before we get out of here, obviously these are the fixtures. Sunderland won today, good for them. But yeah, we need a home win on this one, please. Middlesbrough, do something for us. Plymouth, if you can try and stop this train that is Leicester City, do something. But I'm not expecting nothing there. But we've done our job, people. We've done our job. Yep, James as well. Just saying here about sorry about Byram. Yep, he had to come off in for judgments to come on. Hopefully Byram's injury isn't long term yet. He's had a couple of scares, hasn't he? But he keeps on working hard to get back. You know, even after that hamstring strain, I thought he's going to be out a little bit longer than he was, but he's working hard to get back. He really is working hard to play as many games as possible. But yeah, listen, hopefully we'll get some news about Byram, and hopefully he's okay, because we need him right now. But it does negate the fact that we do need to get, it just accelerates the fact, I should say, that we need to get another left back come January time. Yep, Allison, clean sheet as well. Keep racking them up. Give the defenders more confidence. Give Meslier the confidence he needs at this level to know that he's a good goalkeeper at this level, or a passable goalkeeper at this level. Keep the clean sheets coming. Yeah, it's a team effort out there. Really is a team effort. But yeah, I think that will be it, people. You know, if Farke says anything worthy of note, I will come back with another stream or video. So keep your notification bell on, and we'll talk about it all then. Let me just see. Yep. We're done with this one. We're done. So what I would say to you guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's watch the other results with interest, I would say. And yeah, Blackburn lose 2-0 at home to Leeds. We get another 3 points. We march on to the one destination that we all want to go, right? Premier League, and not be rubbish. Please hit a like before you go. Subscribe, drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, people. Peace out.